Have you lost your job recently? Are you fearful about what the future holds? In this video called What I Would Do If I Just Lost My Job, I intend to share 5 steps you may follow to get you out of your predicament. So stay tuned. Three times my husband was retrenched, and 3 times our family had to fight for our survival. The process was traumatic. Hey, but we made it. And if we could do it, so can you. I'm really sad to learn you have lost your job. Receive my heartfelt sympathy. I know it's not easy to deal with such shock, fear, anger, uncertainty, and rejection. In my message today, I intend to share 5 steps you may follow to get you back on your feet. Please note, this presentation is not intended to be a complete guide. You should and probably could do many more things as you are job hunting. And please reach for professional help if the stress is taking its toll on you. The 5 things I will share with you today transformed our approach to dealing with the stress and the uncertainty. I know it will add value and make a significant difference in your life. So enjoy. Hi there, I am Altanel, and I'm on a mission to help everyone ready for it move from limitation to transformation, to choose riches above lack, success above hardship, and mindfulness above chaos. I work with committed individuals who desire to embrace their power, improve their self-image, revitalize their relationships, break negative repetitive patterns, grow their income, and ultimately transform their lives. When my husband was made redundant due to corporate restructuring, I was a stay-at-home mom, home educating our kids, and we had little to no spare money. Therefore, the job losses were massive shocks to our family system and our livelihood. I contributed a minuscule amount to our household at the time, for my main focus was home educating the children. I don't know how you felt when you received the shocking news of your retrenchment, but my husband vividly recalls how the notice poured over him like a bucket of ice water. He felt lightheaded as the blood drained from his head, and he remembers how challenging it was to instruct his legs to carry him out of the building. Millions of thoughts pounded through his mind. Why me, he thought. Why now? He was a loyal and hard worker and a good person. I didn't do anything wrong. It doesn't matter if your experience was similar or entirely different from ours. But one of the first truths I want you to accept today is that your current predicament is all about you. Yes, your situation is not about your boss, your colleagues, the economy, poor management, bad luck, the pandemic, or even your performance. It is about you. And the sooner you accept the responsibility of this idea, the better. It's about your growth, your awareness, and about you becoming the best version of yourself. In our universe, anything that is not growing is either dying or already dead. And seeing you are still alive, you are expected to grow. I know you may be grasping at air now. Still, everything you used to say about your job, regularly thought about your job, or believed about your value and worth in your innermost being, consciously and subconsciously, while employed, resulted in the situation you find yourself in right now. What we think and believe never recedes to the past. We always take it with us into the future. How is it possible, you might ask? Surely you did not bring this over yourself. You were a good person. Old Nightingale once said, "We become what we think about." What dominant thought did you entertain while employed? Did you ever wish you could retire early or do your own thing and be your own boss? Were you continually hoping to leave the company and work somewhere else? Or did you perhaps silently resent your manager for promoting another employee instead of you? Please think carefully about this. What were the self-talk and the words you recited to yourself day in and day out while employed? Unless you were fully engaged and satisfied with your compensation at your work, or believed you were living your life purpose, you may just have been sowing seeds of separation unconsciously during your tenure. You see, before you can find new suitable employment, you have to learn how to think correctly. You have to become aware of every redundant, habitual, negative thought that got you where you are today. What I'm about to share forms part of the proven success system I teach my students who have specific circumstances and conditions they want to change. So take note and enjoy. Step 1. Stop paying attention to outside conditions. I understand your mere existence is under threat. But despite your outer conditions, I want you to see yourself as happily and successfully employed. Remain focused on what you want, despite what your bank statement or retrenchment letter states. See it and feel it. The stronger this mental image of your employed self is, the sooner a job will find you. Step 2. Guard your thinking. I get it. You are currently in shock and disgusted with your ex-boss and life. Fear drives you nuts, and the level of anxiety you experience is almost unbearable. You want to shout, "I don't know what to do," from the rooftops. And just when you think you have an answer, another thought soaked in fear, doubt, and worry replaces it and sets you right back to square one. I urge you to guard your thoughts with all your might. You see, Earl said we become what we think about. If you keep thinking thoughts of fear and doubt and worry, you set yourself up to create more of the same. Instead, focus on the desired outcome and not the problem as best as you can. You may have heard people saying, there is power in positive thinking. I assure you today, there is excellent truth locked up in that statement. The sooner you manage to reject every thought of shortage, lack, struggle, fear, and poverty, the better. The longer you allow yourself to entertain negative, fearful, and anxious ideas, the faster more low-quality thoughts will enter your conscious mind and get passed onto your subconscious mind. As soon as this happens, you are in trouble. There is no way negative thoughts can produce positive results. Discipline yourself and your loved ones to control and manage your thoughts while you are getting back on track. Step 3. Decide what you really want. You are now standing at a crossroads in your life and you ask, where do I go from here? The good news is you now have the absolute freedom to consider multiple options. You have a blank canvas on which you can paint whatever you choose. So embrace the opportunity. Now think, what would you really, really love to do? Would you love a similar position to the one you had before? Or would you love to make a drastic career change while you're at it? Or would you like to start a business? Use the time at hand to become clear on what it is you desire, instead of worrying and living in fear and doubt about the gloomy future that awaits you if you don't find employment fast. You know, you are powerful beyond measure. There is unlimited greatness locked up inside you. You don't have to reject yourself because others have rejected you. You don't have to feel redundant just because your boss declared you're redundant. You may be of no use to the company anymore, but you are still here for a reason. Who is it that has to be born through you? And who is this genie that is shackled up in your innermost being that still has a purpose of fulfilling? There is a reason for the season. What if you took the time now to love yourself more, back yourself more, trust yourself more, and embrace your gifts more? What if you could scatter your greatness for others to enjoy? What if you could grow into a magnificent tree wherein thousands of birds build their nests, find shade, rest in, and eat the food of? What if? Is this not perhaps your time to embrace your greatness? Now is the time to decide what you really, really want to do with the next phase of your life. Step 4, set a clear goal with a date. Now that you are clear on what you want, it is time to set a goal that clearly states what you want. It's not good enough to have it in your mind only. You have to have it in writing. You see, a written goal is already the first visual manifestation of your goal achieved. Carry the written goal on you every day. Look at it. Read it aloud at least 12 times daily. This is essential. Each time you feel the card in your pocket or touch it, see it, read it, and think about it, you imprint the idea onto your subconscious mind, who has to accept the idea and produce the results. Repetition is key. The longer you hold the thought of your goal active in the mirror of your mind, the sooner circumstances and conditions will line up to get you where you want to be. You see, you have to saturate your mind, your soul, and your body with your goal. You have to feel it, be thrilled with it, talk about it, dream about it, pray about it, and hold on to it and never let it go. Get clear on your goal and hold on to it. no matter what. Step 5. Take daily action in the direction of your goal. Unfortunately, positive thinking, clarity, and a written goal will not get you where you want to be. You have to take daily action. I cannot emphasize this enough. You have to take daily action in your goal's direction if you want to move forward. Nothing you want will fall into your lap and drop from the sky without your active input. You have to scour the internet and local news media, LinkedIn and other employment portals for job advertisements. You have to ensure your resume is funky and fresh and stands out from the crowd. You have to apply for suitable positions actively and even hand deliver your resume to local businesses that might be hiring soon. You have to respond to all opportunities and nudges that surface. And I mean all of them. You have to believe that the whole universe is working together for your sake. Take action, even if it seems every job on the planet was filled. Take action, even if your friends say the pandemic has caused companies to close down. Take action, even if you fail one interview after another. And take action until the no's finally turn into a yes. If you do this continuously with persistence and faith, obstacles will make way for new circumstances and situations in harmony with your goal. We all have access to the same natural laws of the universe, and we are all born with infinite potential. I encourage you to use this opportunity to get your life back on track. This is your chance to leap and do what you were always too afraid to do. We did it, and it totally transformed our lives. For those who need greater clarity on the steps you may take if you just lost your job, or for those who would like to read one of my students' stories who lost his job during the pandemic, I shall place a link to the What I Would Do If I Lost My Job 21-page report in the description below. I compiled it to provide you with a more detailed description of the 5 steps I shared with you today. Click the link below and download the document right away. And do exactly what I tell you to do. If you do, you shall surely experience a definite shift for the better. Feel free to DM me if you are ready and eager to level up and want to work alongside me as you pursue your dream. Remember to click the link below and download your free guide now. This is all from me for now. Blessings to all of you. I am Alta now. And don't forget to let me know what in the world I can do for you today.